gas story is so important because we can talk about, well, as long as East West stays operational and you can move it to Yanbu, there's a modicum of relief on the oil side. Or if the Fujairah port is operational, maybe you can move an additional 1.4 million out of that and avoid Strait of Hormuz. There is no offset for gas. There is no alternative route to move this. When the Strait of Hormuz is effectively blocked, there is no way to move Qatari gas anywhere in the world. And the Qataris were very, very quick to shut in Ras Laffan, again, the world's largest LNG facility. They did it almost as a precautionary measure. There had been an attack on the facility in the early days, or there had been reports of like a drone and debris fell on it. And they were very quick for, I think, safety reasons, precautionary reasons, even though we heard there was not a lot of damage in that initial drone incident. But the one that occurred in the last 24 hours, much more serious. And again, 17% are the early numbers that we're hearing, but we obviously have to wait and see for the full damage assessment. But you mentioned that field South Pars that the Israelis struck. They share that field with the Qataris. That's the world's largest field. And so it caused a lot of alarm bells because people were like, wow, if you're going after South Pars, that is going to prompt a very, very aggressive Iranian retaliation. And we saw it in terms of Ras Laffan, but the Iranians targeted UAE facilities and they targeted Saudi facilities. And so the question is this going to continue to escalate? Is Israel going to stand down in terms of attacking Iranian energy infrastructure? Is Iran going to pare back? I mean, there's nothing to indicate yet that we've reached any type of off ramp when it comes to energy attacks. And so we're looking at the consumers in Asia being hit particularly hard. So that's going to be the frontline economic effects will be felt in Asia when it comes to Qatari LNG. But pay attention to Europe as well. And you two know this so well that when they decided in Europe to start paring back Russian gas imports, they got imports from the United States. And the Qataris freed up gas that was not needed in Asia because it was warmer weather. And that was a decision they had to take at the highest levels in Doha. And they basically allowed that gas that wasn't needed, was contracted but not needed, move to Europe. And so you are going to be facing problems, particularly in a country like the United Kingdom, which imports large quantities of LNG from Qatar. And so if this crisis does not abate, UK consumers are going to feel this pretty strongly.